Hi. Okay. Excellent.
See digital.
I love it.
So with the mystery about the 63s, we're not seeing. Are we seeing them come back in the order, in any particular order, or is it just randomly we're getting them as we're getting them? Because we're not. I can't describe what I'm saying. I'm the worst at this. When they come back, they're being helped. They're getting puppet master. But who's coming back first? Did Lucille?
We don't. They don't know yet.
Okay.
But one of the problems that's confronting them as they come back is it's not happening the way they expected it to. So it's not just unpredictable for us as writers, but it's unpredictable for the characters as they're going through it. So if there was a plan, if there was some idea of them coming back in an order, it's not happening. So it's messed up. So it adds another dimension to the storytelling.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, it's a very untried science that they're practicing. Yeah, and we like that element of it because it allows us to bring. I mean, Lucy's been back. We know that,
right?
So she may have been the first person back, or we may encounter characters later who have been back much longer, who we didn't know were 63s at all.
Okay.
So we don't want it really to be a formula, and it feels like our inmates who have come back. You know, we tried to define how long they've been back for, so that it's not just a great mystery, but so therefore most of them have come back right before their stories start, so that you don't feel like they were living a separate life. But that may change moving forward, and we've tried to really, in the last 3 episodes, have some of the characters more integrated, some of the 63s more integrated into society and be a little more hidden.
Well, and Tommy
like Clarence,
Madsen is back, so obviously he's been back and he's doing something, and Lucy's back and Beauregard is back. So there are some characters that have been here.
We wanted
and
to be
back. Other ones have been back.
Yeah, I mean Tommy Madsen's been back longer than most of them as well.
He was back. He was very
in time to kill Rebecca's partner, and to have interacted with Ray Archer.
Was that
his
on
brother.
purpose, killing the partner, or was that an accident?
Oh, that's a good, that will be answered.
Okay, good, yay!
That will be answered in episode, let's say, in episode 13.
13? Perfect.
Now, a lot of the concentration for the story is in San Francisco,
Yes.
and I do know some of these so-called 63s have traveled elsewhere to actually leave the city, so they're actually familiar. Are you going to possibly focus on to maybe a different locale in the future?
That's another thing that we're kind of opening up in episode 13, because most of what they've been doing has been in San Francisco, and in 13 we discover maybe that's not going to be true.
Okay, and another thing that I also, because of the concept of Alcatraz, which is a men's prison, there's not enough a female's touch in besides the main characters, of course, but it's all like all these male prisoners. Are you going to start introducing more like women into the mix or something?
As the prisoners become more integrated, as they're back longer, then their stories get more tangled. They get harder to catch, and they also start to interact with people, as opposed to Ka, who just showed up and did his thing and barely even connected with modern society. So they'll have girlfriends, they'll have relationships, they'll reconnect with distant family members, and it will make it a lot more tangled and give us an opportunity to do that.
Okay, terrific.
The other thing we're doing too is expanding on Lucille Banerjee, aka Lucy Sengupta. So she may become, in episode 11, spoiler alert, she may become more of a central character, kind of present day. So so I think there will be a feeling of more female presence in the show moving forward.
Okay, terrific.
And again, that will happen very fast. As of today's Saturday, it will happen on Monday. So it's going to happen fast.
How challenging is it templates to map the season when it's a shorter season because it's a mid-season, and also you are not sure whether there's going to be a second season this time or not, so you have to end things but can't end everything.
In some ways, it's easier to do a shorter season. 22 is a lot of stories to connect and thread through. But whether we were doing that or not, our plan is always to sort of make each season about a single idea. So this season started with Rebecca and Tommy Hudson, and we felt like it should end there. So we kind of purposely looked at our 13 episodes and threaded through the things that needed to get us to the end of that story. And then we'll reset for next season and do a whole new story that sort of centers on something else.
Yeah, it's almost in the answering of some of the questions, it raises all new scenarios. So, I mean, it was really important to us to answer questions at the end of the first season and make sure that the fans felt satisfied and that we weren't kind of shooting into the dark or just throwing something or saying, that's cool, and hitting it. We really wanted to talk about the blood and what's behind the warden's secret door. And what that does is create all new scenarios moving forward. So in answering questions, it actually raises more questions, but not the same, but not the same questions. It creates new scenarios moving forward.
This can be the last question.
Okay, me. There's a little touch on Rebecca's past, but we don't see that much of her, who she is really, as of right now. Maybe probably tomorrow we'll get some more. Are we going to get a chance to really see how she and Ray are close, and why? Like, because we know that they're related now, but she's never confronted him about it really. Like, really had a knockdown drag out about it. It's been in passing. Yes, I know, and I'm watching it. But are we going to get to see more of her, her emotionally, any kind of journey that she's going to do?
I mean, I'm thinking in episode 10 in Sunny Burnett, we started the conversation or the furthering of the conversation when she asks, "What do you know about Tommy? Why can't I believe you? What at Alcatraz makes everybody into a liar?" And Ray has a lot of secrets. He has a lot of secrets. So in a sense, he's protecting her, but he may, by the end of the season, feel a need to really come forward in a forceful way.
Okay, good.
Related to that, will we get to see more of the character? Because in the late episodes, they are really, we see the case of the week, the bad guy of the week. Will we get to see more character as opposed to the bad person of the week, or that structure is going to stay?
11, 12, 13 or so much of that.
Yeah, we're trying to machine it in 42 minutes. It's very difficult to do all those things. So we've made the decision to tease out the character stuff a little bit more. But yeah, we're obviously and episode 13 is all on the characters.
So all our answers will be answered in episode 13.
But there's going to be questions.
Many of them.
You guys have done a really good job.
I think.
In the teasing and the writing. I really like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you actually work Twitter alert in your speaking often as you do? Didn't you say before you were answering a question in the middle of it, say Twitter alert?
Oh, no, I said spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
You said Twitter alert. I think it's Twitter alert.
Well, I'm now changing it. Now I'm going to say Twitter alert.